Hey Redeemer, thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of The Big Idea, which is our monthly video to talk about Redeemer's strategic priorities, particularly related to our GLOW strategic plan, which again stands for Growing Families, Leadership, Outreach, and Worship. And today, Becky Wade has joined us, and she's going to be talking to us about one of our strategic initiatives, the Center of Faith. You remember that the Center of Faith is Redeemer's essentially service arm, where we are dedicated to serving our community's physical, material, emotional, and spiritual needs. And we've been putting together a lot of different programs in that area to continue to serve our community in very, very tangible ways. So, as you know, we have had a food distribution program that started right before COVID and has really been impacting a lot of different people and throughout our community. So, Becky, why don't you give us a little bit of an update about what's going on with the Center of Faith food program?
So thank you for asking me to come and talk about this today. We have definitely seen an uptick in the number of people that have been coming through our food distribution program. A lot of the COVID initiatives have run out now, so people are beginning to struggle again with food. So that need is still definitely in our community. We continue to work to strengthen our partnerships. And the most significant partnership that we have, and we talked about this a lot, is Feed More. And one of the big things with having Feed More is that we pay per pound for food. So as people are donating and they want to help with this, what we're asking is if you can make a monetary donation to the food bank instead of actually bringing food, that's really helpful. Primarily because what we do is we can take that money and then we actually buy the food from Feed More, and so we actually make the money go further. Now, obviously, there are still people that want to make food donations. We will not say no. We will not turn your food away. But you're not going to see that list in the bulletin or in the newsletter like we used to have, because we really want to encourage people to give money so that we can get more food with it. But if you do want to give a food donation, there is the large plastic deck type box out in front of the administrative entrance at Redeemer, that if you just place your food in there, we have volunteers that come and empty that 2 or 3 times a week, and that food does get put away. Another thing is that last weekend we held a food bank training. If you were unable to attend that and you would like to get involved with volunteering with the food bank, we have changed some things around. So we no longer just need volunteers for the distribution times on Thursdays from 3 to 6 and every other Saturday from 11 to 1. So if you haven't been able to participate and you really wanted to help, please contact me now. My email is bwade@redeemerric.org. And I'd love to get you plugged in. We have a lot of other ways that you can help now and a lot of other shifts that people can work. So please, if that's something that you feel like God's leading you to do, please reach out and we'd love to get you plugged in.
So that's the food distribution program. And again, that program has been going on for several years now. But you may remember that this year, for this ministry year, we wanted to move into a different space, the space of providing for and serving our community's mental and emotional health needs and also spiritual needs. So let's focus a little bit on the mental and the emotional health space, because I know that you've been doing a lot of work there. So give us a little bit of an update about what's coming up with that emotional health space that the Center of Faith is working on.
Okay, this has been a little bit trickier because of liability and because we're not actually providing something tangible and because we don't have a space that we can actually invite people to come in and talk. So what we've decided to do is we're launching a website. So the Center of Faith, within the next couple of months, you'll see it coming out. We're going to have our own website. And on that website, we have been working with guidance counselors, mental health professionals in the area to actually gather resources and digitize them. And then we're going to put them out. So what you'll see on that website, particularly we're looking at families. That's kind of where we're focusing. What we're going to do is we're going to have these resources on the website so that if you have a high school student, if you have a middle school student, if you have an elementary school student, you can actually go on and you can click, I am a parent of, and then it'll have which which age group you have, and you can go in and you can look at some of these resources. They're actually going to be put out there for you. But in addition to that, the same is going to be true for the students. So they can go in and, if they're dealing with a family issue, their own issue that they may not be ready to talk about yet, they can go in and they can begin to read about it and get some resources that might help them. And our hope is that by doing this, we're going to be able to encourage families to talk about what's actually going on, have those mealtime conversations that often get lost in the craziness of today's society.
So that website's going to be up in the next couple of months?
The next couple of months,
right.
We're going to have it up and going.
Okay, great. So again, that's what's happening with Center of Faith, right? That service arm of Redeemer Lutheran Church to serve our community's physical needs, right? That's the food pantry, but then also the emotional, mental health needs. And then we're going to be looking for ways to help have the Center of Faith be positioned to help out our community's spiritual needs as well. But that's further down the road. So anyway, a lot of great stuff going on with Center of Faith. Becky's doing a great job. Her team is doing a great job with leading these efforts and putting resources into play to serve our community. So that's just a little bit about what's going on with Center of Faith. If you have questions, again, talk to Becky, and she'll be glad to help you out with any kinds of needs that you have or ideas that you might have to help out with Center of Faith. So again, thanks for watching this month's edition of The Big Idea, which is our monthly update on our strategic initiatives. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.